And we are here with...
Jonathan Salisbury.
So tell us a little bit about your character in this installment of Courage, New Hampshire.
In this installment, Noah Pine, in a way, comes into himself in this installment. Like, he really gets to express himself in a weird kind of way. So by this time, he's made town constable by Silas. And Silas is the justice of the peace, and so the town constable is kind of the guy who enacts what Silas says. Like, you know, this is how we lay down the law in this town. You're the guy to do it. And but the kind of the issue is that Noah kind of takes it a bit too far. I mean, he's like, I've got power now, so I'm gonna start messing people up.
He's got an Old Testament name and some Old Testament attitude.
He certainly does, yeah. So, like, he shouldn't really be hitting people and, you know, beating them up. And, yeah, when no one's looking, he's like, right. Yeah. I mean, he's a very moral guy, so that's the thing. You know, it's like he's not doing it because he's mean. He just thinks that justice needs to be done, and he's the guy to do it. You know,
he appears to be at least take on some leadership roles with this, and it looks like even springboarding into part 3 as well.
I mean, with this whole Sons of Liberty thing that's emerging now, and with I don't know who the snake in the garden is yet, but I think I have an idea. I mean, with the pastor involved, there's going to be some trouble. I can see some big trouble brewing, and I think Noah's going to be, you know, involved in encountering that.
So you almost play Bones to, like, Riley's Kirk. You know, you're like his buddy. They're like the sort of second hand, rather.
Right, exactly. I mean, Silas, definitely. I'm like Silas's, you know, right hand man, if you like, the guy. Yeah, like, you go do that. And then, of course, he has some stuff to say about how I actually go about doing it.
Now, have you done, I say, sort of period work like this before, or how did you prepare for this?
On screen, I really haven't done that much period work. I've done a lot of theatre, and that's period work, obviously. But so that sort of helps. I was actually talking to Basil about, you know, process earlier on, and really, I'm just looking for the truth, you know. So I try to just sink into the character and just behave as the guy would behave, and just feel the truth of that, really, you know.
And I detect a little bit of an accent. You're either from, you know, Biloxi, Mississippi, or possibly England. You know, where do you live? Do you live there? You know, do you live in the LA area, or do you come in special for this? Tell us a little bit about that.
They fly me in. No. I live in LA. I've lived here for a couple of years. From England, and this is my home, but that's my home too, if you see what I mean. You know, I mean, that's where I grew up, and everything that I know really is English. But I love living here. It's really fun.
I mean, if you use the word period piece, I mean that is a big industry in England. I would think that's popular. Do you think something like this would have an audience in England?
Absolutely, yeah. I was saying to someone earlier that what we do, I think, almost best in England is historical drama. Even if it's in a movie context or a TV context, we make amazing costume dramas. The BBC and companies that are associated with the BBC, it's a really long tradition, and I think we do wonderful work. And I think what Courage is doing is great, because it's focusing on the history and the drama, and it's not all about, like, flashy effects or you know, like sex and people falling into bed with each other and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, here's the story, here's the history, and let's try and tell the story with some truth.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks for that.